Is Rap the News. All praises and glory to God. To cut it short, I didn't put all the verses that say that you only worship, glorify, and praise the Most High God. I just boiled it down to one. But before we get into that one, we need to understand the definitions of where people is going wrong at. Proud. Having or showing a high or excessively high opinion of one's self or one's importance. And they teach you, these devils, to have high self-esteem. You will burn in hell with high self-esteem. Idol. A person, and I'll pay attention to this one, because idols are going to get a lot of people sent to hell. Or thing that is greatly admired. A person or thing that is greatly admired. Let's take the thing out. A person that's greatly admired. Have you been idolizing someone? Loved and revered. All things created is an idol. Can be an idol besides God. Haughty. High self-importance. Notice how they all just relate. Arrogant, conceited, and vain. Praising, compliment, applaud, admire, honor, exalt, or glorify. To glorify, to elevate, to adore, to magnify, and praise. To worship, the act of glorifying, praising, showing devotion, admiration, reverence, reverencing someone or thing or God. Most people, listen carefully so you don't go to hell, is into the worship of people. Most Gentiles worship the Gentiles. They worship each other. You cannot be proud or idolize or have a high self-importance. You cannot praise or want to be praised or glorify or worship anything besides the Most High God, or else when he come back, he is going to tax collect your ass. If you are cuss word sensitive, turn. Nobody's going to talk to your sensitive ass today. If you don't want to hear profanity and bad words, turn. Sexuality, turn. Because we're going to talk about all of that because we have to. We adults. And if you ain't man enough or woman enough to hear it, then go somewhere and duck your head under a rock, man. Go to Joel Osteen, like I said. Isaiah 42:8, and you see it highlighted. I am the Lord. Not Jesus, not you, not no one. You are praising, magnifying, worshiping, or yourself having a high self-importance. You coming and your choices come before God. God is on the back burner in your life. You know, it's just something we do to ease our conscience. That is my name. And my glory will I not give to another, you or anybody else, neither my praises to graven images. Everything, let's go back up to it, that is created can be an idol or a graven image. Everything under the sun, everything under the stars, everything in heaven above. If you could see it, it could be a graven image. Meaning, besides God, nothing or no one deserves to be glorified or praised except him. You cannot worship, glorify, or praise anybody or anything. You know. What about your husband and your wife? You cannot worship or praise anybody or anything except God. All the praises and glory due to him. And so when I thank people, I say, praise God for you. You know, God's blessings be upon you. Because Rap the News do nothing and you do nothing. If God move your heart to be kind, to be loving, to help people, God did that. You did not come up with that on your own. If you are satanic and you want to hurt people, Satan moved you to hurt people. You did not come up with that on your own. You do not come up with anything. Either you as a human being are just making choices. You make choices from God's selection or Satan's selection. Satan lends to you, and you say yay or nay. God lends to you, and you say yay or nay. That is your life. If you think you came up with something, you never did during your whole life. There is nobody original and nothing original. Nothing new under the sun. 1 Chronicles 16:26. For all the gods of the Gentiles are idols. And then, like I said, we're going to be blunt today. Ass worship, dick worship, titties worship, complexion worship, eye color worship, hair worship, car worship, job worship, status worship, money worship, fame worship. The Gentile is going to make something or somebody or some parts of somebody a worship, a freaking temple. So again, Gentiles are into the worship of things. Whether it's going to be your ranch, whether it's going to be your condominium, it's going to be your penthouse, it's going to be your title as doctor. All you're going to do is reverence and worship yourself. All of it is illegal in the eyesight of the Most High God. All of this up here is illegal in the eyesight of God unless you're elevating, praising, glorifying, and idolizing and proud of God. Other than that, you're going to hell. 2 Kings 17:12. For they served idols, whereof the Lord has said unto them, you shall not do this thing. And people think, oh, the stupid people. They got these little Jesuses that they carved out and necklaces, and they praying to the statue. No, it's you praying to the dick. So I'll say the truthful story. My grandfather had 50 children that everybody know of. And so he worked for the railroad laying pipe, for real. But he worked for the bitches too, laying pipe. He was a preacher. We come from preachers. Just because you come from preachers, it don't mean you straight. You know, so our bloodline is a priest bloodline. You know. Anyways, I believe my mother's father was a faggot. I tell her that. I said, I think your daddy is a fag. And here's why I believe that. He got all the symptoms of a fag. You're going through women like water. A symptom of a fag hiding his homosexuality. Because slavery have fucked up many a people. Many a black man is fucked up to this day. And all the way back from 1619 and beyond, right? And so the Bible tells you so itself. It says that the white man have traded a boy for a harlot. You made a fag out of the boys. And traded a girl for a glass of wine. You made a cheap whore out of her. Yeah, that's what they did to us. And then when that kind of sickness then entered your system, then you go home and practice that on your own people. Well do they know that you do that. And that's why the Gentiles is always saying, is everything okay in the home? Oh, satanic bitches. Is everything okay? How many of y'all heard that? Is everything okay in the home? Because they already know they made faggots out of y'all. Molesters, incest, everything. They didn't fuck y'all up. They already know that. And y'all mind's been fucked up ever since slavery. And niggas can't get out of that shit. And so this is what I say about my whole family. Fuck them if they listening. It's true. Every man and female, including my grandfather, is nothing but fucking faggots and dykes and fucking whores. That's what they are. Every last one of them is into dick worship. Dick worship from granddaddy on down. and then all they kids is fucking faggots and dykes and fucking whores, worse than the parents. I noticed that the kids turned out to be gay. Every last one of them gay. Every last one of them gay. And just like I said, I am the only one that escaped that shit, man. But I do see it clearly. And I don't just see it in my family, I see it in your families too. You know, everybody got secrets. Fuck secrets, man. You know, I expose it all. Leviticus 26:30. And I will destroy your high places and cut down your images. Even the images in your imagination. And then I'll just be real, man. I got so sick and tired as a kid. I was a kid and I was sick and tired of them talking about dicks. I was so sick. Every time my mother's sisters come over, all they want to do is sit around and talk about dicks. And I'm going to say this too. Every job I went to where there's a bunch of women working, all they want to do is talk about dicks. And then I'll say this even with the comedy. It's not even funny to me. All they want to do is talk about dicks. The women of comedy. They going to get around to it, especially the black ones, huh? And then watch this. And they so awful with it. You see them. I see they little dick hunting eyes as soon as you walk in and shit. That's why men got to wear pants a certain way and shit, because they know the dick hunters is watching them. It's just an unsaid thing in the black community. Everybody, every woman who knows is a dick hunter. I know what you have in your pants. You know how many times I was told that? I know what you're working with, sir. I can look at you and tell. Dick hunters. Dick hunters. You think they just looking at you walk in. No, they looking at your dick through your pants. Through your pants. That's what they looking at. Some people don't care, but I do. I'm gonna wear a long shirt over my shit, man. I'm gonna wear the pants baggy and shit. That's why I'm wearing the baggy pants. Dick hunters. You know. And if it ain't one thing, it's the other. All the damn fucking faggot youth got their pants down so they can admire each other's asses. It's a bunch of little gay faggots. The generations are screwed up. And everybody got too many secrets, and God knows. It ain't like God is unaware of this. Oh, shush, rap the news. Don't talk about this stuff. God is aware of it. You know, it's just sickening, man. All the shit that you get exposed to in the black community. But everywhere you go now, because the whole world is sick. Psalms 40, number 4. Blessed is that man that maketh the Lord his trust. Not money, not his wealth, not his car, not his job position, not his dick. And respecteth not the proud. You walking around there with your legs gapped open as a man and shit. You know, proud of your shit, huh? Proud of your shit. You want to put your hand on it and shit. You know, proud of your shit. You want people to know you're working with something and you're doing a service for the community, huh? For the hoes, huh? You just scum, man. That's all you is. And God is going to erase you and your dick. Nor such as turn aside to lies. It's worship, man. People don't understand it. When the Gentile got you and they brought you over here, they have screwed you up. When they moved closer to Israel, they have screwed you up. And that's why God wanted to keep us separated. Isaiah 2:11, the lofty looks of a man shall be humbled. So you can walk around proud and shit of your shit, but God is going to humble you. And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone, and I want everybody to get that, the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Nobody ain't going to be worshiping you the way you look in your dick or your pussy. I say this to my daughters a whole lot of times in my family. I said, if you ever notice the black women or the black girls when they take pictures and shit, selfies, they stick their hip out to one side and put their hand on that hip. As in, you might as well just put in the picture a big old arrow pointing towards your ass and say, look, I got ass, if you're into ass worship. I used to say to my children, I used to say, what is it that a woman wants when she's showing her titties and ass? She wants a particular motherfucker to notice her titties and ass. You know, unfortunately, everybody notices it. All she's doing is corrupting the whole neighborhood with her ass out and her titties bouncing around. Right? What does a man want when he doing the same damn thing? And I say every man that does that shit, you pull down your pants a little bit. You know, you stretch out your hips so your dick can show through your pants and shit like that. Because you want everybody to know you ain't little and you working with something. All you doing is corrupting every goddamn body. God didn't design you to do shit like that. That is from the devil. Right? And you are exalting yourself in pride and arrogance. And guess what? It says it right here. We respect not the proud, nor those who lie to themselves, that say they much more than what they are. You know, the Lord alone shall be exalted that day. All these haughty people, let's go back up to the word. High self-importance, arrogant, conceited, and vain, going to hell. Isaiah 61:3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes. See, God want to take all that away, all that vanity. The oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness. If you take away all your haughtiness, your arrogance, your high self-importance, your high self-esteem, your high IQs, all your high shit, your high-mindedness, you know, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. That he might be glorified. Back to that verse again, huh? Because nobody, he didn't give him the command for nobody to be glorified except him. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goes before destruction, and the haughty spirit before a fall. So you doing that shit, and one day you're going to fall on your face. You proud, and one day you're going to get destroyed for your pride. Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. You know, that's how you know you fear the Lord. You hate pride, and you hate arrogancy. You hate niggas bragging about their ass, how big it is. Look at this ass. Look at my titties, I named them. They big, huh? Look at my dick, it's big, huh? Everything gotta be big, huh? Because you ain't a man and you ain't a woman unless you got big titties, big dick, and a big ass in the black community, huh? And everybody walking around, you know, it's just sick the way that we are, man. And I can't stand all that fake ass shit. That fake ass shit. And I used to say to myself, what are you gonna do? Fuck everybody in the neighborhood, sir? You know. You might as well take your dick, chop it off, and put it on the display case and shit. And put a fucking award on it or something. Fucking stupid motherfucker. 2 Peter 2:18. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity. Watch this. Like I said about the bitches. You got enough dick for this ass. Great swelling words of vanity. My titty's so big, I named each one of them. This one is named Lula, and this one is Tallulah. Wonka, wonka, wonka. You know what I mean? The fuck. Great swelling words of vanity. I gave my dick a name. Yeah, I call him Old Henry. You know, that baseball player, that bat. That's what I call. Oh, bitch. The great swelling words of vanity. I don't charge by the inch, bitch. I charge by the foot. Think I'm lying here, bitch. Take a look. Great swelling words of vanity. God hear it all. Like, we can't hear such things, but y'all letting God hear it. When you showing and you bragging and everything else, and God hates all that shit, man. They allure you through the lust of the flesh. This is what I'm working with, baby. Ooh. And okay, big titties get left every day. Big asses get left pregnant with children every single day. And big dicks get left and heartbroken every damn day. You know, why don't you shield your heart with that dick, nigga? Through much wantonness, huh? Those that were clean escape from them who live in error. So if you ain't dirty like them, you escape from around them. It's just like I said, when I was a little kid, man, I hated that with a passion. That all of my aunties and shit come over, and they just looking at you and sizing you up. And every man, oh, they just so excited about a big dick. Just fucking shows the level of ignorance. Oh, you talking about faggots, that mean you're a faggot. You're talking about big dicks, that mean you must have a small one. That proves nothing, stupid motherfucker. You don't know nothing. And then I'll read it again. The fear of the Lord is to hate that goddamn evil motherfucker, so I'm speaking out against it. It don't mean nothing, bitch. You don't know what I got. Pride and arrogancy. You hate that pride and arrogancy, and I hated it. I don't have to read this to hate it. That should have done nothing for the black community but bring them down. Make you highly sexual motherfuckers that have a whole lot of damn offspring and shit for no goddamn reason. Proverbs 6:25. Lust not after her beauty in your heart. Neither let her take thee with her eyelids. Stop falling for carnal fucking shit, man. 2 Timothy 2:22. Flee also youthful lust. Just because you're young, it don't give you the right to be sexual. But follow righteousness. That's what God wants you. He wants you out of the flesh and into the spirit. And that's all I'm saying here today. You know, and everybody into the flesh, you into the worship of flesh. Faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart, not an adulterous or a heart of fornication. 1 Peter 3:3. Your beauty should not come from an outward adornment. So all these are commands and stuff like that, such as braided hair, the wearing of gold, jewelry, and fine clothing, and today, dicks, ass, and titties. Instead, it should be that of your inner self, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit. We're supposed to be in the spirit, not the lust of the flesh. I would be in the lust of the flesh, and you're going to be in the lust of the flesh in hell too, bitch. Which is the great worth in God's sight, the quiet spirit. Proverbs 31:30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. It gets you nothing in God's kingdom. Oh God, I charge by the foot, God. Look, you're going straight to hell. Psalms 12:3. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips. He don't even want you to praise nobody but him. He don't want you to flatter somebody because they titty size or they ass size or they height or they dick. You know. And the tongue that speaketh proud things. Again, God is going to cut your asses off for all that bragging and boasting about your money and your dick and your ass and your titties. The black community need to quit with that shit, man. Sick of that shit. And then I'll read it again for you motherfuckers who don't get it. The fear of the Lord is to hate that goddamn shit, nigga. Oh, it must be something wrong with you. No, there's something wrong with you, bitch. Do not let your adorning be external. Stop worshiping ass, nigga. 1 Samuel, because, watch, you're going to end up in hell from ass worship, watch. 1 Samuel 16:7. But the Lord said to Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on his height, or on his stature, the way his body is built, because I have refused him. That means I rejected that motherfucker. For the Lord seeth not as a man see. For man looketh at the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. So it doesn't matter what I say. Only the believer is going to hear me. Everybody else going to keep ass worshiping until the Lord come and destroy their wicked asses. Psalms 39:11. When thou with rebukes dost correct man for his iniquity, thou makest his beauty to consume like a moth. What is he saying? He make you go limp. He make you get ugly. He make you get decrepit when he correcting you for your iniquity. You think you're going to do that shit and you ain't going to be corrected? You're going to get corrected. Psalms 18:27. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but will bring down the high looks. All the arrogant people is going to end up with their face in the mud or in shit. Isaiah 10:33. Behold, the Lord of hosts shall lop the bow with terror, and the high ones of stature shall be mowed down, and the haughty shall be humbled. He ain't going to allow y'all to keep going that way, man. The world have taught y'all upside down and shitty ass backwards. We don't worship dicks and pussies. How low can you be, bitch? We worship the Most High God of Israel. We don't follow niggas and marry niggas because of their dick size. What the fuck do you got? We don't marry bitches whose ass is hanging out. Then you're going to want to put that bitch on a long dress later? She ain't putting on that long dress, man. You go marry decent, pure, believing people. Because if you get a slut, you're going to divorce a slut. Right? You get what you put out, man. So, again, people, all of this bullshit up here, God hates. He hates the proud. He hates the idol worship, the haughty, the praising, the glorifying, and the worship of others. Don't say you look cute, you look fine, you look, ooh, you sexy, oh, you hot, damn. Quit all that bullshit. That shit is illegal in the eyesight of the Most High God. Let's wrap the news.